Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good afternoon to the beautiful black people. This is another episode of Voice It Podcast, bringing it to you real, raw, and direct. The hottest podcast and the hottest podcast in America, man. How y'all feeling today?
We're doing great, Dave. Thank you so much for
Great,
asking. How are you?
I'm doing well. I can't complain. Another day, another dollar. Just trying to get to it.
You know the vibes. Perfect.
All day, Kiera. How y'all feeling?
Great.
I feel great.
Josh, how you feeling?
Anybody got a charger?
Oh, God, please. Let's shout out.
You're not gonna need it right now.
Yeah, you're not gonna need it.
Okay.
But shout out to Josh for coming back for another episode. Woo.
Vlog.
We appreciate it.
He loves us and miss us so much.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if we can get him back for a third time the charm. Well, let's jump on into it,
Let's
Dave.
get into it.
Well, first, we want to send our condolences to the lives lost in Texas. There has been, I don't even know what type of storm this is going through Texas, but yeah, allegedly, or not allegedly, but there was a flooding, like a 25-foot flooding in a camping ground. So there were a lot of lives lost, children's lives lost, and I think they're still looking for some children as we speak. So I just
How they
wanted
said how
to-
many?
I believe it's 51 people
God.
in total.
The flood
That's
here
that they
claimed a
died?
life last night as well.
Yeah.
We had a flood here?
It was like
Right.
Chapel Hill and
Maybe.
Mebane and
Man.
it was bad, but it
I don't
turned
even think
deadly
I heard
when it
about that
took
one.
claimed the life of one person. But yeah, it got bad last night because we had flood watch here, like on our phone, but it never flooded here.
Right.
Chapel Hill went crazy, and I think I saw a post that said R.I.P. Chapel Hill Trader Joe's, like their Trader Joe's got taken out. So yeah,
Wow. I'm just
Yes.
like, where does all this water even come from?
Praying for
But-
a lot.
Anyway, I don't want to be ignorant about it, but 27 children are still missing.
Jesus.
So,
Good gracious.
you know,
Damn.
this is like in Central Texas area. So,
That sucks. Well, we want to
It
definitely
does. I
send
hate
out our
that.
condolences to the families out there. Prayers for sure. So we hope everything gets better with that.
don't worry. Let's get into
Oh,
it.
and,
Well,
and that little boy that got shot downtown.
Oh, yeah.
He
Shot in the
died,
face.
or was he
About
just?
I don't know if he passed away. I don't think
Was
he
it
got
two?
shot in the face.
I heard it was
He
two
got
people
shot.
that got shot.
3 people that got shot, but
3.
his was
I think his was the most
Serious.
detrimental. So either he passed away or his was the worst. Because I know he got shot in the face.
yeah. There was a lot of actually, I hate to be piling on, but there was a lot of like shootings over the 4th of July holiday, which I guess we can kind of expect.
Or even that warehouse, the fireworks warehouse that blew up. And they
Oh,
were like,
yeah, I did see
I
that.
didn't even hear about that. What was that?
Yeah.
I can't remember the
Yeah,
area that
pretty
it
crazy.
was
The
in.
video
but-
was crazy.
Yeah, it blew up, and they were like, the lives are missing, but people were in the comments were like, no, they got blew to pieces.
Yeah, they were saying they couldn't find some people.
Yeah, which is unfortunate.
In Chicago, there were I don't know how many shootings, but it was basically 19 people who were shot and 2 were fatal at the last time I checked.
Is that where they was pointing all them guns?
It's
Because I know it's a
Chicago.
video. It's either Chicago or Philly. There was a video where there was like, oh, these guns out
Yeah.
there.
And if I'm not mistaken, that makes about 520 or something around that number of killings within Chicago this year alone. So, there's that.
I hate when the holiday weekend turns into like
A whole bunch.
sad.
Yeah, it's pretty sad.
But
Yep. Well, moving on. We're going to talk a little bit about the big, beautiful bill. So we're going to let Bode get us into some facts really quick on what that means for our fellow Americans with health insurance.
as we know, Trump has officially signed the big, beautiful bill that is not so beautiful. It's a 900-page document that will extend tax cuts to wealthy families. That's expected to expire, this year? So, or just take place this year, at the end of this year. So it's around $1 trillion in Medicaid cuts. So that's going to put about upward of 13 million people that were on Medicaid. Some figures are saying 17 million Americans will lose their health care. Hundreds of dollars added to electricity costs. Millions of manufacturing and construction jobs are threatened. Food assistance is being threatened. Yeah, this is just.
It's very unfortunate.
It's really sickening. I honestly be trying to keep my head out of the news because it's like always something, and I feel like it just harvests your energy in such a negative way. But I mean, I just was looking at this and reading this stuff, and I'm just like, It's
so
like
depressing.
truly disgusting and depressing.
Yeah.
Like I know so many people. I know mothers, pregnant people who are on Medicaid. Like it's just like what?
It's
what do we do?
gone. It's leaving. And
Asia did something to make me giggle. It's not funny. But yeah, it's just like I don't even know what to expect. I know we'll be okay, but it's still.
it's
Some people will be okay.
Yeah, I bet
Some
so.
people. And then watch a whole bunch of that money go to the military.
No, they're saying veterans. Sorry. So yeah, the military, right? But it's gonna hurt vets. So people.
Oh,
yeah.
well, that's unfortunate. You think they care about you, but they don't.
He already done made it clear he didn't.
Well,
Trump.
absolutely. He let us know that from the beginning, but it's the people that fell for his propaganda. So,
For sure.
well, that was the big, beautiful bill, guys.
America is falling. Trying to get the hell up out of here.
It's not
myself.
funny. I just thought it made me think about like one of those movies, like London Has Fallen or
Oh, yeah.
Olympic Has Fallen.
Yeah, Babylon, all of it.
But if that happens, don't save the president. Okay, moving on to the Diddy case as of July 2nd. Just so you guys, if you guys knew or didn't know or have been following his story as far as his charges, we're just going to read out his charges and then we're going to read out the verdict for you guys. His charges initially faced 5 federal counts, including racketeering, sex trafficking by force, fraud, and transportation to engage in prostitution under the Mann Act. As far as the verdict, he was found not guilty on racketeering in both sex trafficking charges involving Cassie and another woman. And then he was guilty on 2 counts of transporting individuals across state lines for the purpose of prostitution. So, and that's involving Cassie and then Jane Doe.
Daphne Joy. That was the worst Jane Doe in history.
Yeah.
Like, everybody knew who she was.
We all knew probably, but
I just want to say, I said that he would probably be getting off because he
I
had a
didn't-
jury
I didn't,
full of men. It's
disagree with
disgusting.
that.
yeah,
Daphne
I don't
Joy,
think
who's
nobody
that?
fought anybody.
Daphne Joy is 50 Cent's Curtis Jackson's baby mama. The fine one.
So,
Turn up.
I didn't know if it was a 2 for what.
Silver spoon.
hell up.
But I think that's just disgusting.
It is pretty much, but that is a little bit about the Diddy case. We won't stay too long on him. We're moving forward.
Have they said when
What
they're
are your
gonna?
thoughts, though, Asia?
I don't have any
Is he-
thoughts. I
he's
know he's
getting
gonna
out,
come
though, right?
home.
Yeah,
I know.
that's what I was about to say. Like, have they decided when everything is gonna be like finalized?
This
Oh,
is information from
this is
July
just the verdict.
2nd, so this is just the verdict.
So he actually has to wait till October to be sentenced. They did, of course, his lawyers were trying to get him out on bail, but
They
the
denied
judge
it.
denied it,
Right.
which honestly is insane. Just comparing it to other cases, like I don't know if y'all know, but there was the not American Apparel. That's the Netflix document. What is Abercrombie and Fitch? The CEOs or owners of Abercrombie and Fitch was in a whole like child sex trafficking. They had a whole case on that was going on right before Diddy. So people, the conspiracy theorists, think that this was the distraction of black men. Whatever.
No, we love a conspiracy.
Nonetheless,
it's still a
that's child
possibility he could
sex
do time.
trafficking.
It's a possibility, but we doubt it. We doubt
That's
it.
child sex trafficking, and they were let go on bail, and they have not been convicted.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's kind of like one of them things that's kind of swept under the rug.
Kind of plays.
But then we have
devil's
Diddy,
advocate.
who is still doing time. He just got a verdict that pretty much he only got 2 charges, which are light charges to the celebrity world. And then they won't give him bail. $50 million, and the Abercrombie and Fitch CEOs were let go for $5 million.
Double
Well,
standard.
he is a black man,
Double
but
standard.
I will say that. I will say
He's a
that
black man. They gonna remind you.
he probably is gonna get house arrest, maybe probation, and then some community service hours, if that.
That's your yes.
I don't think he's gonna do any more extra time. He's already served a year and some change. They're probably gonna chalk it up to some other stuff.
It's like
especially if money
10
talks.
years each charge. So since it's 2, it's 20 years in total that he can do.
Well, true.
I think he'll do 5 tops.
5 years.
Yeah. Like
5 years.
But then he has time served. I'm saying tops. If they want to make example out
I
of
don't
him,
even see
I
him
think
doing it for-
honestly
I can literally see
that's
house
if
arrest
they
for
want to
5
make an
years.
example out of him. But if not, then yeah, you're probably right. Because no celebrity has been put in jail for these charges yet.
Yeah.
So
Money talk.
yeah. Josh, your thoughts?
Free Diddy.
Not free Diddy. That's crazy.
Now moving on for real. Now, this is where it gets good. For my Love Island watchers,
Now we really getting the tea.
now we're really getting into the tea. So hopefully we got your attention. So if anybody has not watched Love Island, it is a dating show that comes on Peacock. I think it came on something else or whatever, where certain amount of men and women come to an island in Fiji, and they are basically single, introducing themselves to everybody, coupling up, getting to know people or whatever. Looking for love. And they participate in these, they call them freak offs, but they're really challenges, like little different stuff. And honestly, the challenges are just, they're
Mini freak offs.
Like, what are the challenges?
Wait.
You want an example?
The girls clearly watch. Do y'all
I watched it before.
You watched
I've seen it before. I haven't seen this season, but I've
I
seen
love
it
the
before.
honest.
Okay.
Okay. So you're not.
Well, like an example of a kiss, an
I'm
example
really
of a
hip, though.
challenge.
I know. I'm on it.
You own it? Okay.
I
So
know.
you've seen this
It's
season.
a job.
I know everybody. I know
Oh,
everybody on the
everybody.
show.
So if I said
Let me
Shelly,
do
and
it.
they, you know who I'm
Yeah,
talking about.
yeah.
Okay, period. Well, to give an example of a challenge, let me think about. They had one
The
where
most disgusting challenge.
the most disgusting one
Ew,
was
the
the
milk.
milkmaid
Oh,
challenge,
gosh.
and it's
I
when
think I
they
heard about that. They was having to spit it in each other.
Oh my god! I
What?
They had to,
think
like,
about it.
yeah they
Like
had to
the guys had to milk the cow, so the cow was squirting in the guy's mouth.
A real cow?
No.
And then the guys like guzzle it back and like spit it into their girl of their choosing mouth, kissing all that other shit. And I don't
Yeah.
even remember after
Making
that.
out full blown.
they have to make out, and they make out
smelling
with
like milk.
a whole bunch.
disgusting.
They always making out.
The majority of the challenges are like this kind of.
Every
Yes,
challenge
every
involves
challenge
kissing.
involves kissing.
Sierra, you
Really?
didn't give them the good part.
What, Nick? Loving
They
the
throw the milk that they just gargled, spit in each other's mouth, whatever, on whoever they like think
Just
is most likely to do something.
Hold on.
And so they throw
Yeah,
it
so
on that.
the milk that they just spit in your mouth,
They'll put it in a
If
bucket.
they think Dave is the most likely to crash out, they'll take that milk that they just spit from their mouth and throw it on
This
you.
is on a recent
Yeah.
episode?
No,
They need to be locked up.
Yeah.
They need to be where Diddy at.
But I've seen the videos of people talking about the producers and how
They're sick.
sick Love Island really is.
This is my first season that I've ever watched. Never even
Really?
knew
Me too.
about the
And
show. I had got, like, a long time ago, this company I did, like, extra and stand-in work for, they send out, like, notifications, like, do you want to be on Love Island? I was like, what the fuck is Love Island? And
You had an opportunity to be one of the girls.
and I'm glad I didn't.
Well,
because there's
see you
no
doing
way I
that.
could
You don't-
kiss all those people.
No, you don't have to, because people have boundaries.
Bella
Like,
didn't,
had-
but Bella left the first. She was the
Yes,
first one to go
yes.
because
That
she
would have
did
been me.
it.
On my
Right.
Spirit flight back. 'Cause what the fuck?
No.
I think it's all about your standard and what you can and cannot do.
Like,
as
I
far
would
as-
choose the person I like every time to kiss, but then they've probably kissed all the other people too. 'Cause
Yeah.
It
But
might be somebody that like the person you like. So
They
now,
all kiss each other.
yeah, you could keep kissing your person. Like Shelly could choose Ace for every challenge, but that don't mean another girl wouldn't choose Ace. So now you kissing Ace and that person.
And I mean tongue down throats like the most.
Well, let's
And
get,
let me tell you, the cold sores are paid actresses.
they exist. But let's get into a little bit of the hindsight of what people are outraged about. So there's this one person on the show. Her name is Huda Mustafa, actually. And she was the biggest crash out of the season. I think like the first 15 to 17 episodes, she was just going crazy.
You don't like Huda?
was it that many?
Don't
None of
like
us-
is a very light term for my feelings.
Yeah, it was.
She
A,
hates
it was probably I say about 15 episodes where she was dating this guy named Jeremiah. They met on literally the first day. They started.
they got- how
hooking
many
up on the first
episodes
day.
is it?
They have 30
We're on
30.
30.
On
right
one
now.
season?
And it
Yes.
comes on every night, Dave, except for Saturday and Wednesdays. Every single night. That's
Like
why we
now
gotta
it's-
wrap this
yeah,
up
it's
quick.
kinda
Stop with
whack.
the extra.
we have to go.
We gotta keep
come
on.
on.
Keep on.
So moving on, because we got to get back
gotta-
so we
we
can watch the
gotta-
show.
Oh, this
We
your
have a
first time
whole,
talking about
We
Love
gotta
Island?
watch it tonight.
yeah.
Oh,
We have a whole group
What
chat.
was you about to say when you raised your hand?
He was saying, I don't like hoodie.
Oh,
I said
okay.
that's a very.
Okay. None of us
you
like
like
Huda.
I didn't at first, but she's coming around.
Oh no. Anyway,
He's falling for the propaganda.
propaganda.
Yeah, I don't
It's
think.
honestly upsetting to hear you say that, but
Gosh.
nonetheless,
Gosh.
let me just continue to get this point out so that you guys can understand
Why
where
y'all
we're
30? Why y'all
outraged.
30 episodes behind though?
Huh?
Why y'all 30 episodes behind talking about
we're
this?
not
I'm talking about talking about it.
No,
Oh.
it's leading up to something.
We're about to. It's the last week, so
Yeah.
really we're closing it out.
Yeah.
Which I didn't know. I'm pissed about.
Anyway, but we have things to look forward to. Well, you didn't watch the
I'm
last
gonna watch
season.
season 6.
Okay.
But I need a break first.
definitely need to. I need to go back
Season
to
6
normal.
is really, really good. But you think that Huda's a crash out? There's crash outs on season
No, I
6
never said
for
Huda was a
sure.
crash out. She's a
it's
fake crash
simple.
out.
Like crash out is okay. You know what? Crash
Yeah.
out is okay
To a degree.
to a degree. She is a basket case. Like she's
Yeah.
mentally ill. Like
Yeah,
she
Huda
needs to
is
see
definitely
a
need therapy.
psychiatrist.
Really?
No,
I
she's
don't
a
really
narcissist.
like nobody on the show this year.
What?
I mean, for real.
Okay.
Oh, I
okay.
don't like Shelly. I like Shelly.
Alandria?
No, I don't like her.
I just don't like people that are super manipulative, right? And that use their tears as weapons. Like that is like a irritant for me.
That's Huda.
And that's
Wait, do you think Amaya
sure.
does that? Because she cries all the time.
Amaya
Amaya's
is a
genuine, though.
crier,
But
but
she's
she
genuine.
genuinely
I like
is emotional.
Amaya
Like she gets
somewhat.
emotional about other people's
But
things and
there's
stuff
times
like
I've
that.
looked at her like, you're fake crying right now. Like, you want him to feel bad for you.
She absolutely
Yeah.
uses her tears as weapons sometimes. But like
Sometimes.
genuinely, she's authentically
Yeah.
just an emotional girl.
Agreed.
And Huda is not.
Yeah.
But that
She's-
girl could
she's
cry on
opportunistic.
cue.
Oh yeah,
Not Huda,
she's going
Amaya.
places. Amaya, I need you in a TV show, TV series, a movie, something.
will be.
'Cause
I would
girl,
love
the
Amaya
drama.
to do great, but I don't need her to get that 100,000. But moving forward, as far as Huda is concerned, like I said in the first 15 episodes with
can look
Jeremiah,
that
it
up.
was a whole thing. But she crashed out, and nobody liked Huda except Huda fans. And then, literally, like it was like 1 or 2 episodes, Huda. Oh, another thing is she made sure the guy she was with, which was Jeremiah, wasn't touched by nobody. None of her friends could touch him. It was very much understood that that's a boundary that you cannot cross when it comes to her man.
They did, though, on that baseball challenge.
No, it was
And
not.
she
It
was crashing. She was literally.
Yeah, she was doing a lot, but they
Making
chose
everybody
her.
No,
uncomfortable.
Jeremiah chose Alandria that one time, yes, but Alandria only went in because Jeremiah tried to keep going with her. And then the other time, Amaya was a new person, so she chose
a
him because
bombshell.
she was trying
She
to get to
knows
know him.
nothing.
So everybody else was not really trying to do anything with Jeremiah. If anything, Jeremiah might have initiated it, but they never did. They had that respect for Huda because
was
they knew
scared.
that. Well, they all had the respect for Huda or whatever. So,
Amaya was a bombshell, so she came in, and the
On
shit that
that
she was
challenge.
saying about Amaya.
Oh,
and
she's
now
like, she's
y'all
a
are
bitch. I don't
besties.
like her. She ain't a
Yeah.
girl. Bitch, you don't even know her. You mad because she like your man. He fine
That
as
she's
hell.
attracted to your man.
Yeah.
And everybody's attractive. So
Everybody
like,
attracted to Jeremiah.
Absolutely.
anyways, I could go on and on.
but what we're trying to get to is like I said, she created this boundary when it came to Jeremiah. They ended up breaking up because America is messy, Buki. So we definitely voted them to be separate, and we put Jeremiah in a different relationship. She crashed out. It was a whole thing.
we meant to get her ass out of there. And
We tried, but it wasn't one of those things. So because the voters were able to, the Islanders were able to keep her on the island. So
she's still.
anyway, there was a challenge where it's called a heart rate challenge, and Huda she was on one of her friends' men. She pulled one of her friends' men, which is Shelly and Ace. So she pulled Ace, put him on the floor, did a whole little thing. The producers definitely cut it because she was
Did she look
going.
Who, Huda?
Huda's a pretty girl.
Huda's a pretty girl. We're not going to take away from her pretty,
She's
but
from
she
Raleigh.
she was going nuts.
Raleigh?
Yeah, she from
Really?
Raleigh.
She's a dancer.
I think Huda should come on the show when you
She's
get off that
tripping,
island, and
bro.
it'll be soon, girl.
She's a stripper in Raleigh.
She was going nuts, and as far as what she was going through and what she was doing, Shelly didn't like it. So between that episode and another episode, next thing you know,
If you
Shelly
sit your ass on my man's face,
Hold on, they did that?
we have a problem. Like,
don't know.
She's
I
butt
don't know
wild.
the facts. We do not know the facts.
if Shelly did that to Jeremiah,
Yes, it would have been a whole
okay.
thing, but the producers cut her scene.
That was a game?
Yes, it was called a
Challenge.
heart rate challenge. Yeah, but producers cut the whole thing
You
down.
don't gotta watch. You don't gotta watch 30
She
episodes.
did a
You just need to
lot.
watch
She did a lot.
4 or 5 episodes.
But moving forward, she did a lot. Shelly got upset, and she basically tried to let her know, like, if you didn't treat Ace the way that we treated Jeremiah. So she, of course, did her weaponized tears like she always does, because Huda is definitely a crier for weaponized tears only. So next thing you know, all of the media started getting on Shelly, and they were calling her a mean girl, calling her and Alandria and this girl named Sierra. We'll talk about her later. Well, we don't got to talk about her actually, y'all.
They play her too.
And they called them all mean girls. Now, all of a sudden, again, Huda is this, I think she's probably Armenian or
Palestinian.
she's basically they consider her a white girl, and then you have the black girls or whatever, and Huda was getting all this hate, but still she had a fan base. And then Shelly and Alondria and Sierra, next thing you know, they're bullies and they're mean girls just for basically holding Huda to the same standard that she's held them to, and they're trying to hold her accountable. Next thing you know, they're getting all this hate. So there's clearly a double standard between Huda, and then there's as far as Shelly, Alandria and Sierra, because let's just take Sierra out there. But as far as Shelly and Alandria, they're the two black girls. They've been getting love all this season, and then all of a sudden they get all this hate because they're standing up for what they're not going for. They're not going for no bullshit, so they definitely standing up for it, and everybody's mad about it. So
after they've been letting shit slide and skate whole
they let things
season.
The whole season. They had Huda's back and everything, and then Huda came back, apologized, everything, and they still decided to be cool with her. So I hope that you're looking at
Huda's ass
and being shown. But moving forward, that will bring us into our topic for today, because double standards are crazy. So, Dave.
No, she's a beautiful girl.
She decent.
I mean, I ain't see her face.
But there's so many things.
Just from what I saw.
Everybody, most of the girls on there look good. It's one girl that just wasn't attractive, but everybody else.
Who wasn't attractive?
She came for she was only there for like a couple episodes.
But who was it?
I forgot her
Hannah?
name. No, it was like one of the recent episodes. Probably like
Oh, she must have been in Casa.
exactly.
So you might be talking about like Grayson.
Yeah, don't do all that. Just say, don't.
Oh, Vanna.
Oh, Vanna.
Yeah.
Well, her name is Savannah, but
Yeah.
nonetheless,
Y'all dead wrong for that. But
sorry.
Nonetheless, yes,
The internet.
Huda is going to the American people. Everything is just typical for them to fall for the tears and everything like that. Because if Shelly and Alandria was crying every episode, the earth wouldn't move for them. Like they would just be
Crying black girls.
They would be calling them what they are. Like
Little crybabies.
Little
Oh, suck it
crybabies,
up. They
exactly.
would have did that.
So-
So the double standard is wild.
the double. What's the?
Double.
Who's the double?
The double standard is between Shelly and Alandria, and then there's Huda, because Huda could do all these things. Nobody was like calling her a mean girl, calling her a bully. Nobody was doing anything.
And mind you, this is produced, so there's things that we don't even see, but that the cast has said that she has done, like banging drawers and doors and stuff like that. Like she's emotionally abusive to the castmates. So I believe that they sent 2 cast members home now for racial slurs or saying things off the show that was
Off camera?
derogatory or off camera.
In the past.
There was a girl in the beginning,
Ulissa.
Ulissa, that got sent home because she got caught saying the N-word. And then
Is she black?
no, she's Hispanic.
You think?
And
No,
then,
I ain't know. Like they could have just been tripping about the word. I ain't
And
know.
then
how
Sierra
She wasn't black.
just got sent home for using a racial slur towards the Asian community.
Sent home
And
too late.
these are things that happen off of the show. So we keep Huda around, and she's doing things
And she
on the
called-
show to make members of the show, the
She had a-
Islanders, uncomfortable.
She had a
I think
bad
that's
crash
crazy.
out with Jeremiah. She was calling him bitch this, bitch that. You a bitch, bitch, bitch. It was very
But I
much.
think
She
drama
ran
is
up until
different
one
than
of the
double
girls,
standard.
Iris, where
I'ma
she
do
was
some
like,
research
I need to
on
talk to
Huda
her.
myself.
Chased after her.
I agree with that. I
But
think
I mean,
I think
obviously
Hood
her
is good
behavior on the
TV.
show, it's different.
Yeah, that's what I was
than
about to say.
using
It
a
sounds like
racial
they
slur.
use her for like ratings, kind of.
Right, I knew she
Yeah, they
wasn't
do.
going
That's why
home
she
from
stayed
the
on the
beginning.
episode, and I said that. I said Huda's not going nowhere because she brings in ratings. She's
But also,
drama,
that's
and
a
they
double
love that.
standard too. Because if
Yeah.
Shelly was going around calling somebody a bitch, this, they would have said like angry
She
black
would have-
woman. They would have
right.
told her to tone it down. They could have kicked her off the show.
But they
never
It
know.
would have been
But for
threatening
Huda, it's good
language and
TV.
stuff to the other castmates, and they would have
for
sent her home.
That's why we say it's a double standard.
So it sounds like it's a lot of double standards going on, which will lead us into our actual
Always.
episode tonight, where we will be talking about a bunch of different double standards. Some will be general questions about double standards. It'll be gender-based double standards. It will also be race and culture double standards and workplace double standards. First, we're going to start with what is a double standard and how does it typically show up in society? Does anybody have a double standard that they think shows up in society? We kind of use it with the show.
I think
but do we have another one?
I think the main double standard that shows up in society is like man versus woman, like what maybe women can do or get away with versus what a man can do and get away with, and then vice versa.
I think that is probably like one of the biggest.
Yeah, because it's a lot of things women can and cannot do versus what a man can and cannot do.
Without going too deep, do you want to touch on one?
Like an example, like something I could do off the top of my head is like like if you see a woman that is bisexual, she's bisexual.
Mm-hmm.
Like she likes men, she likes women. But if you see a man that's bisexual, everybody calls him gay.
Yeah.
And it's like
Yeah,
it ain't
that's what I say.
bisexual. Like that's what it
That's
is.
what I
Yeah.
So
That's the thing. It's always say.
yeah. So like to me that would be a full like
I could be bisexual.
something I could think about as far as a double standard.
And racial ones, obviously, those
Yeah,
are big.
for sure.
Or like, if a white woman is like assertive, like she's strong-willed or she's like getting her point across. But if a black woman is assertive, like, oh, you're too aggressive, like you're angry, you need to tone that down. It's like if Karen does it, it's okay. But if a black woman does it, it's a problem. Double standard.
For sure.
Can double standards ever be justified?
I don't think it would be a double standard then.
I feel like since you live in a world of double standards, that itself is the justification because a lot of times you just chop it up to, I mean, it's a double standard. It is what it is, which is not a justification, but that's just what it's chopped up to because we live in a world full of them. There's like, they exist and you can be an outcast, you could go around it, but then you're the one that's like.
I would
not
say
saying
some of
that.
them are, not fading away, but they're kind of
Old school.
Like what?
turning around.
Like what?
For the men and women, like normally when you see a girl dating a lot of dudes or, doing what dudes do, having a lot of girls, it used to be like really frowned upon. Now it's a little more,
See, I was about to say something.
it's a little more okay for girls to have dudes. It's not as bad as it used to be.
Nah, facts. I agree. One thing that I was about to say, I guess it's to like raising kids a little bit because if you're raising a daughter, you don't want her to. It's a double standard because a son or a daughter, you don't want neither one of them to be out here wilding. But I think with the daughter, it's more like, nah, you really can't be wilding for real. Like I feel like
in
that's
what way? Like,
Are you talking sexual?
Yeah,
Saying wilding, like, are you saying
Like,
don't
she
be out
just
here wilding, or are you saying
outside.
don't have sex? Because you would tell your son, be careful, here's how you use a
Yeah,
condom.
that's what I'm
saying. I feel
Tell
like
your
that's
daughter,
what I'm
don't
saying.
do this until you're
At all.
married.
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's a double standard that I feel like is justified just a tad. Like
Is it?
Why is it
Just a
justified?
little
Why
bit.
wouldn't you teach your son the same?
I'm not saying-
Is it a question? Why is it justified?
Yeah.
Please answer the question.
Why?
Why is it justified? And then start answering the question. Like, girl.
So what I'm saying is like I'm not saying that you would tell your son, "Oh, go have sex." You tell your daughter not to have sex. I'm just saying when you're raising a son and a daughter, like if she's wilding, it's kind of like, yo, you need to chill. Granted, you don't want your son to be wilding too, but at the same time, like I think you would be more okay with your son wilding than your daughter.
And why is that?
Why?
Explain.
Y'all
What do you mean by
It's the
that?
same
it's
as,
because
it's probably the
That's
same
what
as
we
what
think.
they said
I'm asking you
too.
Why?
Like, where does that come from for you?
I think for me, it's just the fact of like her possibly getting pregnant.
Your son could bring a baby home.
You're right, he can, but I just think
You probably feel the same way about
And your son would be the young broke one that can't take
about what
care
they
of the baby.
said too. Like your son
'Cause I'm gonna be like,
liking
"Brokey."
dudes versus your daughter liking girls. Is that different?
Wait, ask
not
again?
what she
not
was saying.
necessarily. Like I do get that point, but I don't think that I would look at it like one is better than the other.
You wouldn't?
I don't think so.
I don't
I don't agree with you.
believe him either.
I don't agree with you.
I definitely believe
Because if you
had
care
a
about
son.
that, if you're talking about that, like my son wilding versus my daughter
you
wilding.
got a son and a daughter.
Right. I don't disagree with you, but I ain't gonna lie about it either. I would,
Right.
I don't think it's.
Well, I'm not talking about.
I mean,
like,
I know it's a double standard, and I'm sticking with it.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about more.
You're not
so.
trying to
Wait, when you
justify
say
it. Yeah.
you don't disagree, you talking about with the daughter wilding and the son wilding?
Yeah, I agree with you.
Okay.
But I'm agreeing with you, and I know why. I'm not trying to go around it.
Okay.
Yeah, I
I'm
just
trying to get us canceled.
that's just what it is.
So what's your reason? What's your why?
the boy on boy, girl on girl. Cause I'm a boy,
Right.
so I can kind of channel what he's thinking and what I'm teaching him. I can't channel what I'm thinking. I mean, what she's thinking and how to raise her in that manner. So that's my reason.
Okay.
So how do y'all feel about what I said?
I understand why you said what you said. It's not that I don't get it. I do.
It's a double standard.
But it is a
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah,
Because the
it's
question
one of
was, is there a double standard that is justified?
But I don't think it's justified.
I don't think it's justified,
I
but
think
I'm
it's
using.
justified. I think men and women are different. Like, boys and girls are different. Biologically, genetically, we're different. As much as society wants to make it
I would say it's
the opposite of that, we're different.
No,
And so,
I mean, you can justify it. Everybody can choose to justify it. It's just about how, like you said, how you would choose to parent your child. I'm gonna teach mine.
and
both
so we
the
just
same,
live in
boy
a
and
society
girl.
that is kind of like, for lack of a better word, like perverted in a matter. Like, and that's why you saying like wilding out and why one's acceptable, one's not, whatever. I think nature wise, boys are wired a certain way without going into too much detail, and girls are wired differently. And so that's kind of what it speaks to. But socially now, it's like everybody wants to be equal. And I do think that certain things like girls should not, I think, naturally want to.
I get what you.
You
yeah,
get what I'm
I get,
saying?
yeah.
And so, you know, it's a double standard, but I think there's science and there's, you know, just to back that of why it should be maybe held differently in that capacity.
So, anybody else got an example or nah?
We can move
It's
on.
hella examples. But yeah, just move on.
So, how does double standards affect trust in relationships?
Oh, now you're going to
God.
over here on this
Crazy,
side.
because I'm dealing with that now, low key.
Talk about it, sister. Tell us what's going on.
In a new relationship, it's like it's kind of where you like establishing boundaries and stuff. And I'm not saying I'm dealing with it as in he's like, well, I could do it because I'm a man. It's not that, but it's it's a lot of conversations where I'm having to say, okay, but if I did that, like, how would you feel about it? But why the fuck I even gotta ask that? Because you know, like it's not okay, or you know how you would feel about it. So it's not okay when you do it, no matter how you want to justify it. I'm not fucking with it.
Yeah, I don't know. In relationships, I that man and woman thing, I don't know. I would need an example because I don't think that there's much you can justify you doing that I can't do, or, you know, vice versa. Like, if we're establishing trust, we should be kind of on an equal playing field of what we're allowing to fly in our relationship.
Would a double standard be anything as far as, would you consider a double standard dealing with like a woman role versus a man role?
So that's roles.
Give an example of what you mean.
Like if
Like gender roles.
like a gender role. Yeah. But
I don't
like
think that's double
But I'm saying, like,
Hold on,
if
hold
you
on,
can
hold on.
stay out
Give-
to
hold
2
on.
a.m. with your friends, and that's cool, I should be
Then
able to
I
stay
can
out to
too.
2 a.m.
Yeah.
4 a.m. whatever with my girls. Because that's, you know,
and then
that's
a guy
what you
could say,
yeah.
but it's not safe for you out at that time. It's not safe for you either.
make
we
it-
both gotta
Sound like
make
he
it
just
home.
worried
So
about
make
your
it safe
safety.
for me.
No, we both gotta make it home. That would be a double standard.
Yeah.
If that was
No,
like a
because it sounds like he's
justification
more
for you-
worried about your safety.
No, Dave, please try. Try again. Go ahead.
Well,
no,
make it
okay.
safe for me then. Make sure you there picking me up at 3 a.m. with
So
like,
yeah,
whatever.
back
what
to
I'm
your
saying-
gender role. Give
what
an
I'm
example.
saying is that okay, gender roles could potentially be a double standard.
Oh, yeah.
Because if we're just talking about, we love to talk about bills around here, but if we were just talking about bills and we were talking about, well, like, I just feel as a man, like, you should pay out the bills or something like that
Yeah.
while I do A, B, C, and D or whatever. And then like, but he could obviously have that same opinion because some men come from homes where the mother takes care of the home and they have a stay-at-home dad. Like, I've dealt with, unfortunately, a man that as well.
Yeah.
So as far
Unfortunately, why is that bad?
moving on, as far as because that's where their mindset is. They want to be a stay-at-home dad too. And then
What's
right,
wrong with that?
huh?
What's wrong with
There's
it?
not anything wrong
You
with
just said it was.
But
No, you did act like it was.
understand no man.
what is, I'm not saying it's something
Hold
wrong
on,
with
you don't
it for
understand a
others,
man that
but
want to stay at home, but you understand a woman that want to stay at home?
I mean, I
Sounds
can
like a
understand.
double standard.
I can understand. I don't agree with that shit though. Like, are you a man and you want to stay at home?
like
Why are you a
kid.
woman and you want to stay at home?
That means that means you have no
Ambition.
no, not necessarily I was about
Or
to answer your
drive.
question, but let me finish my thought and then I'm gonna answer your question. I just feel like as a man, like, doesn't that come with like
Providing.
right? It just no, I'm saying like having a vision for
innate
yourself.
nature.
Like,
You know
you
what I
want a
think the
wife, you
biggest
want a
double
family,
standard
but
is?
you don't have a vision for yourself. How are you gonna take care of your wife and your family? I feel like when boys are growing up, like, did we miss teaching them that part? Like, you want a wife and a family, but you don't want a vision to be able to take care of that household, that wife and that
to
family.
me, if you're gonna be the man of
So
the house,
that's what
where does the stay-at-home dad can
Who
like,
came up
create
with
a
double
vision.
standards? I bet you was a woman.
So all I'm saying is,
I bet you women came up with
let me
double
finish this thought
standards.
too.
I bet you.
Hold on, Asia Kira, let me
bet
finish
you.
this thought too. So to answer your question, like maybe there's a household where a woman has a career to where she's driven, ambitious, and she's chasing it, and she just got with a man that doesn't have a vision and doesn't have. In that situation, then yes, I guess that works. Like,
Or what if she's like a famous actress and it just makes sense? She's really established and she's really making all the money, and it just makes sense for him to stay home. Is he like
after I
lazy?
done
Does he
pushed
not
out
have a
kids and
vision?
do all that, if I want to
I
go
do
back to
think
work
that's
and
the
chase
case
my dream,
in some
I feel like that's
cool.
perfectly fine. I don't feel like that man doesn't have vision or whatever. I feel like he's making a sacrifice for his family. But now, if she met him and he was not doing nothing, and it just makes sense for you, now then we have the question. Okay,
and I
what were you
understand that.
doing?
I just
Because,
don't know
like-
any men that like you meet a guy and you have a career and he has a career that's
That's willing
saying,
to give it up?
I'm gonna step back from my career.
No, there is.
for-
There is.
Hold
There's
on,
that
hold
one.
Hold on, because like Kiera said, there could be a situation where like a man meets a Halle Berry and her status, he might have to take the back seat for real.
No, but a perfect.
Do you know
a
Halle
perfect-
Berry being with any man that wasn't equally yoked to her, or not like equally yoked, but
but
didn't
I'm
have
just
something?
what I'm saying is the example
In that
Kiera
situation,
gave.
it was
I
okay.
know that there's somebody in that situation. Like somebody is in that
no,
situation.
Well,
that she said.
I have the perfect example would be Tabitha, the one that she
Tabitha
does
Brown?
Brown,
Tabitha,
yeah.
they were a regular couple. He was, I think, in law enforcement or something. She was doing whatever, and she got big, and then she retired her husband, and now she just takes care of everything or whatever. He's good.
But that's different.
They do have kids.
Yeah, they got 2 kids.
That's a
2
partnership.
kids.
That's different because he was able to take care of his family in the beginning by whatever he was doing. They wasn't where they
They
are
were
now.
struggling though. She done
Right,
talked
they
about
wasn't
that
where they
struggle.
are now, but they were partnership working it out.
But
right?
nevertheless, he's still a stay-at-home dad.
He wasn't a stay-at-home dad.
I'm saying right now.
Right now, because she's making millions of dollars, so she was
Yeah.
able to retire. If you work hard for some odd years and allow me to be at home and with my kids and whatever else transpired to that, I was able to chase my dreams and blow up. You can sit home for the
But I
rest
think
of
she
your
had a
life.
job.
Right. That's what
That's
he's
what I'm
saying.
saying though.
She's
Like,
saying they both worked.
Yeah,
and
they
it
now-
worked out to where she blew up though, and now she's able to be Tabitha Brown with Tab Time, with hair care lines, with
Food
TV
and
shows.
seasonings.
Exactly.
But
And
nevertheless,
I can
he's
take
still
care
a
of my
stay-at-home
family,
dad.
Yeah. No, he's not, because his children are grown. Actually, he's just a stay-at-home husband.
All his kids ain't grown. All
They
their
are
kids ain't
grown.
grown.
They got
I know.
No, they got a
Choice
daughter
is
that's-
grown. He has an older daughter that's grown, and then they just have one. I think a son. I think.
He's a teenager.
Yeah, I
Right.
think so.
I mean, what are we talking about?
He's a stay-at-home husband, but nonetheless.
I mean, but
it's-
that's still. What
I think-
you think it's a
bad husband,
Everything is
it's the same thing.
circumstantial, so
circumstantial
that's
plays into double standards too.
yeah,
So-
That's a good
circumstances.
point.
So
the
that's-
Circumstance
okay, go ahead.
plays
Next
into it.
question that we have: who benefits most from certain double standards?
It depends.
You was
but-
about to say men.
You said who what?
Who benefits most from certain double standards?
Who benefits most?
Well, I
I think
guess
it's
again, it depends on the
I think-
circumstance. So
yeah.
what are we talking about?
No, it's definitely dudes.
yeah.
I think I
Men
definitely would
definitely
go with
benefit
dudes.
most, for sure.
Yeah, I do. If we're talking in hindsight, I'm pretty sure I can give maybe more examples of men benefiting.
Give me 3.
Y'all make more in the workplace. Y'all advance further in the workplace just because y'all are male. That's 2. Give me a
Sometimes.
third one, y'all.
Hold
They
on.
get to be whores.
Men get to
freely.
be whores freely, and it doesn't get talked about negatively.
Hold on. The first 2 that you said. What was the first one you said?
Y'all make more in the workplace, and y'all advance quicker in the workplace. That's male versus female, but it don't matter black or white. Male versus female, the males got it in the workforce.
You're trying your best
Period.
to have
Men are.
rebuttal.
Yeah.
What is the rebuttal to that? Because that's a fact.
I agree with what you're saying, but I'm trying to figure out the double standard in it.
Because what the fuck?
It's definitely
because it's like I
Say me
understand.
and
what
you,
you-
we got the same degree,
Right.
right? And we applied the same job. They say your pay is confidential. You know why they tell you that? Because me and you, we getting offered the same thing. Well, we're getting offered the same position, but you will get paid more than me because you are a male, and that is the only reason. Because we have the same qualifications. We
Sounds
come
like
from
a
the same.
choice.
What?
You don't.
Sounds like a
All right,
choice.
Kanye.
Literally.
that I would accept the job.
No. What I'm saying is, it sounds like a choice from the person that is hiring. Like it sounds like they're giving a choice of what they want to do. I don't necessarily say like, oh,
It's a double standard, Dave, and that was
Okay.
a poor
You suffocated with
justification.
that, didn't you?
That was a poor justification.
yeah.
That's crazy.
But yeah, men definitely
Damn.
benefit more.
Men get away with dating younger women. And
Oh yeah,
it
we
being
talked
hot.
about that. We
It's
talked
okay.
about
You
Men
should
get
be
away with
coming up
that.
on the
Men
list.
get away with Men,
Scroll
did
down a
y'all
little bit.
see? Hold on. Did y'all see the clip of Nelly talking about he not taking care of? He not taking care of, but he not changing diapers and do it. They get away with that shit.
No,
Yeah,
I didn't
they
see
do.
that.
Like,
But that means you have watched the show?
Imagine me. Yes, I watched the show.
Bitch,
Moving
why you ain't
forward,
just say that?
moving forward.
But it,
Don't
nonetheless,
talk about
Nelly
it.
sat there and said, "I when he started walking and talking, that's when you could tap me in. Until then, that's your kid."
So now we can
Not fair.
we can talk about a couple of gender-based double standards. The first, why is assertiveness praised in men but labeled as aggression in women?
You answer it.
Yeah, since you want to justify all these double standards.
Okay.
Why is
Justification.
praised in men?
Or Josh, you answer it.
Why is it accepted in men and not in women? Basically, what you're saying. Like what Bode said, it's the makeup of a man versus a woman. And the makeup of a man,
Women get angry. Women.
yeah, they do. They do. That when you talking about angry or
You talking about how you
opinions, we
express
talking about
I literally was about to say
aggression and what was the other word?
that.
Assertiveness.
Assertiveness, yeah.
Yeah, aggression is in the makeup of a man most of the time. So it's not really in the makeup of a woman.
Like naturally,
it's
really?
naturally, it's not in the makeup of
I
a
think
woman.
naturally both men
normally
and women
takes
can
I'm
be
for
masculine as hell.
women to go through something for the aggression.
Yeah,
to come
but
out.
aggressive, I feel like is well, I ain't gonna say different,
like-
but
I don't
do-
feel like that's a character trait exclusive to men as far as makeup.
No, he's not saying exclusive.
I'm saying as far as makeup.
I think-
like he's saying inherently men have the. That's how I.
But
took
I feel
it,
like
that
it's
men
more
have the
how it's
aggression trait, not
expressed.
women.
I feel like how it's expressed.
Aggression-
Yeah, they express
I
it
think
in a
aggression
more
is
angry
definitely
way,
made up.
probably.
It's in the makeup of a dude.
I think that's taught. That plays into the double standard where women are taught to not show it, not act on the anger, because women have it. We feel it. It's a whole bunch of things and traumas that women go through
That's
to
what I
make
said.
them that way.
It's normally because of
men could
something
express
y'all
it
went through.
freely.
Whereas men, we don't necessarily have to go through nothing for our aggression. It's just it's like a woman being feminine. Y'all didn't have to. Y'all was made like that. Y'all didn't have to.
So you
But
think
I feel like that's
is-
what you just literally took the word and called it aggression because it's two different things. Like he said, why do men get away with being assertive and women don't? Assertiveness is not bad. Like being assertive is just being confident, meaning what you say and how, like, whatever. Be aggressive is kind of like hostile and disrespectful. So like, why are women labeled aggressive for being assertive? Like we can't just be bosses or like be like.
I didn't
I think it's all in how it comes.
You don't think you never heard that?
I don't think of a woman that's assertive. I don't think men or women label it as aggressive.
Okay, how about why don't we take away just men or women? Why don't we turn it into a black woman and then a man? Because a lot of times if we show any type of emotion towards something or whatever, it can be considered aggression if we're just being assertive versus if a black man or a white man is doing something, the same thing is not the same.
Give an example.
So we're
Give an
talking about just
example.
black people. So black
I
men,
think,
black
like-
women.
Give an example in a situation where a woman is being assertive.
The same way when we gave the example as far as Love Island, when Shelly was just being assertive with Huda, and she was just letting her know, and she was letting her know as far as what you did when it came to Jeremiah and you set your boundaries, and she was letting her know, I'm not cool with that because you set this.
And she wasn't angry.
Yeah, she
She
wasn't
wasn't
angry.
yelling
Who
or
thought
nothing.
that was aggressive?
It was America. They're calling her a bully and a mean girl.
everything.
So they're all getting on her. But as far as they're considering her being a mean girl and a bully just for her letting her know that she was not cool with something. Very calmly, she didn't cuss this girl out. She ain't use no cuss words. She ain't use no extra like da 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 da. She ain't do all that. She literally let her know, like, at the end of the day, like, you set a standard when it came to Jeremiah, and you should have basically
And she
reciprocated
even
that
told
energy.
her that she didn't want to talk when she was real angry. She
Yeah,
was
and then
"Let's
Huda
have
took
this
that-
conversation another time.
And Huda took that and ran with it and said she
used
don't
it
want to
as a
talk
weapon.
and started crying and went to everybody in the villa. Yeah, she went to everybody in the villa, started crying to everybody, trying to like get some type of confirmation that she's not a bad person. They all told her the same thing, like, yeah, you did too much. And she didn't take it. She still went to everybody trying to get the same pity party from absolutely everybody.
Right. Like
But
you do something wrong to somebody, but you want the pity party thrown for
Right, you wanna be the
So
victim.
basically, what Shelly should have did to make America and everybody else, men, feel comfortable, whatever, is start crying.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because women are
basically.
supposed to start crying
So that we can
when we
feel bad for ourselves.
share or
Hurt,
express
yeah.
that we don't like something. Like, why do we have to be that emotional or that type of emotional to be
when we're just trying to share a thought.
considered? Yeah.
And if we're just trying to share a thought, it should just be said as shared a thought. Like, there's so many men on TikTok and Instagram that are giving their opinions about these two black women, or about Shelly specifically, saying that she was doing too much and she didn't even do fucking nothing. She literally
Men
just...
are saying that?
Yeah, I didn't.
Yes,
I didn't
plenty of
agree
men
with
and
that.
there's plenty of men in their
I didn't
takes.
think she was aggressive. I thought she was actually.
But you just went around and you said that you kind of like Huda now because you think that she's coming around. She ain't done shit.
no, I don't think I like Huda for none of that. None of those.
Why do you like her now? Because you said you didn't at first.
Yeah. Yeah, I like Huda because she's wear her heart on her sleeve.
But you said you didn't like her at first.
Right.
Why was that?
Why did
She wore her heart on her sleeve then.
Yeah.
No. I didn't like her because she was being aggressive to the new girl that came in to kiss bro.
Amaya.
Right, that's the first episode I seen. So I didn't like that. But now I see that she just wear her heart on her sleeve. She done
when
got
you
done
started
wrong
the
by
show?
so many niggas in the past.
No.
She got you wrapped around her finger like the rest of
I don't even like. I don't
Maya
like.
wears her heart on her sleeve.
Who? Amaya's genuine though.
Yeah. Huda doesn't wear her heart on her sleeve. She does all of that shit
manipulates.
to make you feel bad for holding her accountable to something that she did wrong, for her bad behavior. She doesn't want to have to stand or be held accountable
What
for her bad
behavior?
behavior.
I don't think she's
Calling
done nothing.
somebody a bitch.
We gotta come
when
back.
they
They
did
did
That
nothing but
ain't-
play the game and be on the show.
Yeah, we got a few
I
more
don't care
questions,
about
too.
nobody talking about calling
But
no
I'm
girl.
just saying,
That stuff I don't care about.
running and being aggressive towards another islander, saying I need to talk to her, and running up to her and like pulling her for a chat when she's not even wanting to like talk to her, like that's like weird and aggressive behavior. That would be aggressive, but that's okay. Like she wants everybody else to understand why she behaves that way, even though it's bad behavior. And when they don't, and they say that's bad behavior,
She using weaponized
it's tears.
tears.
Yeah, but I don't like her or dislike her for that. I don't care about that.
And that's fine. Go ahead, Dave.
I'm gonna do two more in the gender, and then I want us to move on. The first one is why are women judged more harshly for sexual behavior compared to men?
Me and Bade talked about this before. Say the point you said when me, you, and T talked about it. Because I felt... We felt differently.
We did feel differently.
Go
as
ahead.
both women. I just feel like that the being judged harshly and everything. Like I don't know, a woman could. I don't want to
Now
cape for
they
men.
don't even be
I don't want to cape
judged.
for
You
men.
got OnlyFans and shit. They're not really being judged that harshly.
I don't want to cape for men, but I do feel like promiscuity in women isn't necessarily natural. I think that comes from, again, like socialism in society and like, again, our society being kind of perverted. So I think originally that's probably where it comes from. Like we're sexual beings, all of us.
I think I was
but
saying it was natural, right?
I was saying like sexuality is natural in all of us, but to a certain extent, like men naturally, like that's why their hormones are different, all of that. Like it was a whole deep conversation, but regardless of which, it kind of speaks to what I spoke to earlier, and just like scientifically, naturally, we are made up differently, and so I do feel like after a certain age in women, like promiscuity is like kind of weird. It kind of probably comes from like trauma, you know, maybe what they seen, like stuff like that.
Did you want to touch on it, Annie?
Because the question was why?
Why are women judged more harshly than men for
But
sex?
yeah, that doesn't answer
I
the
just think
question.
that just goes to it being a double. I think
But we also live in a society where it's a man's world.
men
right?
can't
So, like,
take what women. Men can't really take women doing the same thing as them. So like, I really think that's just the main justification. If you go out here, like if we was in a relationship and you have sex with 3 different girls, but I do it, you're freaking the fuck out because 3 different girls just had your woman like access, but you don't see it as the same. Like 3 girls done had the same access. And I think that's where we differ because you was like, the access is different because women make babies. Like a penis entering a woman is different than a man just
yeah, I just
fucking
don't
off.
feel like we've seen those like girls on OnlyFans, whatever, that have had sex with like 50 guys in a day and stuff like that. That's not normal.
You watched that?
Like,
You said?
No, I'm saying,
Say what?
Josh, stop playing with me. That's not normal. Like that's not normal behavior. And so
Yeah, it's definitely something.
like as a woman that does something to you, like mentally, it has to, you know, like, so I just like don't understand behavior like that being excused. And I think the double standard for that is kind of justified. Like if a man had sex. I still think that's disgusting. Actually, like men having sex with 50 partners in a day is actually still disgusting. But you get what I'm saying?
It's more just they're not gonna treat the men the same as they treat the woman. What are y'all laughing about?
What are y'all laughing about?
You're freaking.
I think it's definitely a double standard and it ain't going nowhere. We not made up like y'all. We not made up. We're not made up. We're not as forgiving as y'all.
If
We're
they
not
say a
as
nigga had
confident
sex
as
with 50
y'all.
girls, they like, yo, who
You
is
that
it?
nigga.
These are
That
extreme
happened.
examples, but like,
Yeah.
say like a normal double standard that I think is like crazy is like when women cheat and men cheat.
No, like even
Like, you
on
know-
the show, Hudda says she had sex with 2
Let's
guys.
stop
in
talking
one.
about
Right.
I'm sorry, but the guy's eyes was like they were
Oh, yeah, she had
surprised
two
that
sex-
she even admitted
Wait,
to
she
it.
did what?
She had sex with 2 guys in one day. They were
On the
surprised
show?
she even admitted to it. But
I was
guys,
like, niggas getting it in.
He ready to tune in.
I was like, niggas going crazy. But
yeah,
I
when
understand.
guys said they did the same, nobody raised an eyebrow. Basically,
Well, it was a guy on there that had 108 partners, which I thought was crazy.
And they
I
still
wasn't
pursued him.
surprised
They
by
were
Austin.
still cool with pursuing them. He's a freak. Go ahead.
If you tell me you had sex with 108 women, I'm done.
Really? Because I know a
That's
few.
I don't know if it.
I know a few.
Yeah,
We're going to just go ahead to the race and culture double standards. Why are certain behaviors seen as ghetto in black culture and trendy in white culture?
Because ghetto is seen as negative
Appropriation.
because of white people.
yeah. I
Ain't
feel
nothing wrong
like,
with being ghetto.
yeah, they tried to make us feel like ghetto was a bad thing when it's not.
Ghetto is where you come from. There's people that was
Yeah.
born, raised in the ghetto.
Like the projects is the projects. Like I don't know where the slang term like ghetto came from. Like, oh, if you lived in the projects, you lived in the ghetto. Probably white people. But then you have projects that are made up of white people too. But you don't call well, if you're an outsider, you might ride by and be like, oh, that's the ghetto. Not knowing that it's full of
I
white
guess they
people in
consider it
there.
like trailer park.
trailer
Yeah,
park
it's
trash.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, what? Oh, what?
You want to speak on it?
Oh, so y'all, are you saying that's
Josh, what are you trying to do right now?
Trailer park trash is equivalent to the projects?
That's what I'm
That's
asking.
what you're wanting to clarify. Is that
They're
equivalent?
projects, but not the ghetto.
Well, she was
Let
saying
him-
that
No,
they have like
clarify.
white people that come from the ghetto, but it's not looked as the ghetto. So I'm
And you
saying,
calling it trailer park, right?
I'm saying that's
We're
an
gonna call it
example.
that.
Yeah, that's an
We're gonna
example.
like a
of
word.
So you equating ghetto to trailer park?
I think that's
No,
worse.
that's why I said he's equating the projects
Yeah.
to trailer park, not ghetto.
But she's saying
Ghetto
it's no
is the
name that
term
white people have for it.
coined that.
I don't think
phrase
white
that.
people came up with ghetto.
I don't know
No,
who
she
came
just
up with
saying
it.
like white people don't have a name for their like projects.
Who
or
came up
anything.
with the ghetto then?
Well, no, they do.
Who
They
started
know,
calling
they know
it
what
the
trailer
ghetto?
park is. They
Yeah,
definitely
that's what I'm
know trailer
saying.
park
That's
trash.
Like you
trailer
think
park.
black people started saying we ghetto?
No, I don't. I think we coined ghetto.
I think
so.
we
We did, but who said it
Right.
first?
I don't know.
I personally
doubt it
think
was
that
white
black people said ghetto first, and I personally think that black people said trailer park trash first too.
Trailer park trash.
And I'm
know
gonna say,
about that, but-
I'm gonna say why I think so. It's because of for years we've tried to figure out what we could say back or get back to get our get back, and how we could hurt their feelings.
You feel
based
like
off of
somebody was roasting and came up with that?
something. I feel like it definitely came back that because even like the word
I don't
censor
think
me
it was a
cracker,
get back thing.
I feel like that was also one of those things where we're trying to hurt white people's feelings based
Yeah.
off of how hurt
I
our
think we
feelings.
came up with cracker, but not trailer
So
park.
what was the
trash.
actual question, Dave?
think
Can
they
you
did that.
reset that?
Why are certain behaviors seen as ghetto in black culture but trendy in white culture?
White acceptance.
Behaviors.
Let me get an example. Let me
White
get an
acceptance.
example.
okay. Like freaking
Them braids. Like,
yeah, I was about to say cornrows or like booty shorts. If a black
shorts
girl
is a
walking down
good
the street
example.
with cornrows and booty shorts, she's ghetto. If Kim Kardashian walks down the street with cornrows and booty shorts, oh look at the new high fashion. What shorts are those?
She's
Kim?
trendy.
Those
Or even-
braids.
or
what do you
even-
call those? Like bitch.
On TikTok, it was a whole thing about bonnets, and next thing you know, white girls are like, "Oh, I found this new silk scarf, and you wear it around your head at night. It's supposed to protect your hair," as if they're
Bonnet,
coming
sis.
up with something new. And they've done it with
would've
everything,
pissed me off
even
on
with
that
that whole gender bullshit with that white
What?
tee, that wife tee, or the wife beater. Kendall Jenner wore a wife beater. Next thing you know, all the white girls are going nuts on TikTok. Like, oh, look what Kendall Jenner just started. As if black people and black, yes, it's a whole thing.
How long ago was
That's
this?
current.
It was this year, maybe like a month or two ago. Like literally, it's on TikTok right now about Kendall Jenner wearing a wife beater, and then the white girls are like, "Oh yeah, I just got mine off. They sell it in the stores, but I got mine off Amazon. Came with a pack of 5."
To answer your question, it's more so, not to interrupt you, but just to answer the question is, I feel like who society deems the trendsetters, and black people were never labeled as the trendsetters, even though everything that y'all have taken have been from us. So that's where, that's why there's a double standard.
Because those people that y'all just named are labeled trendy already. So regardless of what color they are or who they are, is because they're trendy people. Yeah. So
it's not regardless of what color.
Let him finish his thought real quick.
Right, that's what I was. Y'all said Kylie. Who you say? Kylie Jenner. Kendall Jenner.
The Kardashians.
The Kardashians. They're the most trendy family. So on a bring it down a scale, if we seen a white girl come here with cornrows and booty shorts, what are we labeling her? We're not labeling her trendy.
We're labeling her a what's the word?
Culture vulture.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm labeling her.
But I'm not.
It's about her is trendy though.
Who's labeling her trendy though?
No, I'm saying to her. To her, she's trying to be trendy.
But she could be trendy to her community.
What was the question again?
She wouldn't be trendy to our community. She would be
Why are certain behaviors seen as ghetto in black culture but trendy in white culture?
Right. We wouldn't consider her trendy. That's what I'm saying.
But
because we know the truth.
Culture would though.
Yeah, like,
and we're the minority.
Yeah, it's saying if a girl walked in here looking like that, we might look at her. If she's black, she might be considered ghetto. But if
who?
Some people may look at her like
you said if she walked in here.
Okay, let me answer to that. If a black person sees that girl with the box braids or the cornrows and the booty shorts and the gold bamboo hoop earrings and calls her ghetto, they're looking for white acceptance. Like, that's how I see it.
Right.
Because as a black person, how could you say that girl is ghetto? Like, that's literally something that is like from our culture, right?
Right.
But if a white person said that she was ghetto, then I don't know. That's like. What? Like,
they just think it's ghetto. They don't care who's doing it.
Yeah, I mean.
So my question is, who is doing the labeling? Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Who are we? Who's doing the labeling? Why does whoever that people is? Why does their label even matter?
Their label does not matter, but when it comes to society, as far as us being a minority, and as far as them having like a whole, like it's like we are literally considered 10% versus them. So it's like, whatever they say, it gets out to where they feel like they've started it. Even if you think back as far as like
they know they didn't start it.
The Hairspray movie, when black people made a song and then the white people turned around and made the same song, but then it was like, more white accepting or whatever, and then it was one of those things where it was televised, and so when you televise the white version, next thing you know, that's what people know, and that's what people have accepted coming from them when it's already came from black people, and so they tend to turn it around because we don't have certain areas or in spaces or something. So it's one of those things where we kind of just always get the short end of the stick.
Yeah, like to piggyback, because we're the minority and we don't have power to make choices in media. Like we don't run media, we don't run political system, all of that. Like that is what's able to be manipulated and shown in the deciding factor.
And I know people are done talking about Love Island, but just as far as the backstory, the behind the scenes, there's a whole bunch of white bald guys that are the producers or the cameramen that are cutting those films. There's no black person on there telling them, no, we need to show that. No, they're clearly catering to what they feel like we should see. So they're creating this narrative for us to let us think that these black people that didn't do nothing are sitting here being the bad guys when they've already shown crash outs of the white girls, even between this season, last season, and the seasons before then. And UK is a fool. So as far as that's concerned, like, again, even with that one small thing, as far as the behind the scenes, we're still not able to create a better narrative for ourselves to be seen differently.
And before I was invested, I wish I would have known this information, but I'm invested now.
You know for a fact there's no...
There was a video of Megan Thee Stallion.
They would be saying
that they could
this
be.
is
they just
sick.
don't have the power, like you said, to make that decision.
Maybe.
They're just working, trying to get that check.
You're right, touche. But I'm just like, these are definitely mini freak offs.
For sure. And it gives white men. Go ahead.
How are laws enforced differently based on race or ethnicity?
they choose.
We
to
don't have
enforce it
enough
when
time.
dealing with a black person versus a white person.
I think it comes from all the way
Which
back.
example you want?
I think it comes from all the way back when it comes to certain things, as far as like, you know, why we have credit card, certain things like that. It's because, you know, black people started getting money and able to buy things. So they're like, nah, we gotta draw a line somewhere where it comes to like, y'all not gonna be able to buy all this stuff easy. Like we gotta figure out how to set this back. And so like, as far as you can go back years, because credit hasn't been around for a long time. So we have to think like even
It's just in different forms. Not in forms of credit card, but there's always a borrowing system.
yeah, there's but not even, well, depending on like the years. If we go back to 1960s, I think credit didn't start till 1970 or 80, if I'm not mistaken. So as far as that's concerned, like as soon as the black person gets their hand on something, next thing you know, it's switched and it's turned around. And there's so many examples out there to where once we get our hands on something, or once we're able to meet somebody where they're at, next thing you know, there's these stipulations and stuff to where we can't
How
win
to
no
set
more.
us back.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, it's equity. They don't want us to be.
So we're going to move on to the workplace double standards. The first question we have: why are men seen as leaders as women are seen as bossy in the same roles?
I think that's changing now.
Really?
I just think men don't like direction from women. They respect it more from their colleague that looks like them. And then when a woman is over them, they definitely feel like they're bossy because it's like, my woman's a boss, but you knew that when you were in the role. Or you didn't like it when she surpassed you and got the job over you. So now she's every negative word in the book.
I think
Except
that's
for
white
your
people
respected
shit still
colleague.
too. I'm sorry. Like,
Sometimes.
Yeah,
gotta admit it,
they
like,
hate.
I think that's white people shit. Like, I mean, from our culture, we've always been like, we have our roles as men and women, but I don't see men
Tearing
until
down.
obviously now
Yeah.
that we've gone
I got a
through.
question.
Like, step on they women, tear them down, not let them be leaders in their perspective, you know.
Do y'all feel like there are certain areas where a man may lead better than a woman, or a woman may lead better than a man?
Depending on the
sure.
job, sure.
Whatever
Yeah.
your strengths are.
Yeah, because there are
I mean-
definitely strengths and weaknesses between men and women, whether it's
I think
Like,
that's why
I'm not
they
trying to
say-
build no roads. I'm not trying to do none of that. You got
Yeah.
it.
I think that's why, like, a lot of times,
But what if it's a high paying
Other
position, but you
figures-
don't have to do the work?
What you mean?
Still you're not trying to build no roads.
Right, like, I
What
feel
if-
like that's a...
Yeah, but what if it's a position where you can just make decisions?
I
talk to
think a
people
lot of that
without having to do
is
hard
the
work
man
that you should
leading.
consider?
but the woman leading in the background. Because I think that's why a lot of men in powerful positions always give credit to their wife. They're like, I wouldn't be able to do this without her. Because men in public are respected for the position they're in. And that woman wouldn't be respected in the same position. But the woman could be behind the scene telling that man how to do. Or, you know, helping, not telling him, not all the time. But, like, really making him put his best foot forward. But you don't see that. But he definitely gives credit, a good man would anyway.
I think it definitely depends on the job description too. Like, and I think as far as like the respect goes, is like, I don't think if there was an NFL coach that was a woman, that the level of respect is almost like, yeah, I want to listen to you, but a lot of coaches that coach now have played the sport, have been able to be involved in stuff like that or something. So it's like maybe it will differentiate based off of like the actual career.
I know they were talking about Don Staley, ain't that how you say her name?
Mm-hmm.
South Carolina coaching the Knicks. Has she made a decision on that or no?
And the Knicks just hired somebody, so.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
How you think that would have went over? 'Cause she's a winner.
She's a winner.
coach.
She's a winner. So you gotta respect the winning. When you got the resume, well, how I look at it, you got
Right.
the resume. That's I think how the black community look at it. Like,
That's...
you got the
Yeah.
resume, you good. I don't think what's going on.
I still feel like some men would be kind of like against it though.
Yeah,
I
for
agree
sure.
with what you're
Besides
saying,
the
but I
Older men,
still
like older men, you think? Or like, get us a little...
a little
I
bit
think
of
in
both.
a like business meeting, say with all the coaches, they may not ever give her a chance to talk, even though she got the record of like winning. That's just an example I could think of. Like, we've been in this game longer than you. Like, you sit back respectfully. And when it's like, no, respectfully, I'm put here. I've been winning more than you, but they just probably wouldn't give her the same respect.
Yeah, she came in as the head coach. Like she got hired as the head
Yeah,
coach.
that's what they was talking about.
Man, them folks gonna fall in line.
The players
think
wouldn't
so?
have no choice, though, right? Because
The
you
head. It's
not
either
that
gonna
they-
listen to
it's-
me or you don't play.
It's not that
But
you
it
don't
might
have
be
a
a
choice, because at the
difficult
end of the day, like,
Cause it's a lot of women.
business.
It's a lot of female.
They do that with men now. Like, niggas be talking back to them coaches.
Yeah, but men talking back to each other is different. again, I mean, I don't know.
I
if
mean,
that's a
he'll
double
still
standard,
show
but
her
that's just the
respect.
culture of the
There's
right.
a lot of female owners and they hiring everybody.
Yeah, true.
So you gotta respect.
you're right.
You gotta.
It is a lot of
You
female
gotta.
owners.
Yeah, but is there? Well, never mind. Go ahead. What's the next couple?
So the next one, are certain employees given more leeway for mistakes than others?
Can you repeat that?
Are certain employees given more leeway for mistakes than others?
I don't.
We're still on the topic of race.
No, this is workplace double standard.
What race?
Based off of like, because I was in a position of a general manager and being able to like run a team, I would say it. To me, I tried to keep it on a level playing field, whether it was white, black, or woman or man. I think it just really depends on your work ethic and what you have to
What you
to the
bring,
table.
yeah, I was about to say what you bring to the team.
Yeah, like I didn't.
Because if you're a valuable piece, it may get a little leeway.
Yeah. If you're about now, listen, the kitchen.
I've experienced
Do
it,
you
so I
think
know.
age contributes to that? Too?
Yes,
Like, what was your? That's what I was
age
thinking.
is
Not necessarily, because when I was in the kitchen at Bennett, I was the youngest person there, and it got to a point to where like I was having my way in there.
Well, maybe it's the field because I've been because I'm an insurance agent, and I've always been like the youngest person in the room.
But
It's
one-
a bunch of.
But you have a dominating personality, and you're not letting none of that go. So
Yeah,
it's
no,
like,
but I've had
depends.
to like kind of step in moments and like assert, like I'm talking, like allow me to finish, like or whatever. It's a natural thing, I think, and I don't.
Was that
it's
to a
hard
man or a
know if it's
woman?
because I'm black or because I'm a woman, but I
Both.
feel like it's because I'm a woman more so than because I'm black. Because I realized that with like older people.
I think it's because you're young.
Were you the only black person?
Yeah, I
in
think
the
it's
room?
because I'm younger. That's what I'm
Wait,
saying.
what'd you say? You think
You
it's because
said
what?
black or woman.
I said it's hard to kind of decipher. Is it
If
because
it's
I'm
'cause of
black
that.
or is it because sorry.
You
Yeah,
said
a
woman,
younger
but
woman.
A younger. Okay.
That's what I'm saying, younger woman. But I think it is because I'm a younger woman, not
Yeah.
necessarily my race. It's just they don't expect, or I guess maybe they just don't have the experience of dealing with somebody that's just as qualified, but younger than them.
yeah, no.
And then also you're a woman, so it's like.
So to me, I would say that it depends on the field that you're in, because I was in the restaurant business, and the kitchen got away with way more than what my service could get away with, right? Because they're behind the scenes, they don't interact with customers, none of that, and I need them to make the food, right? But like on as far as a server is concerned, I'm looking for them to like hold themselves like as a prestigious level, coming in looking nice, don't come in looking a fool, type of things like that. And kitchen can come in any type of way. Like certain things are just kind of passed on.
So we're gonna do this last one, and we're gonna get up out of here. The question is, why are celebrities canceled for things that the general public does without backlash?
Why are celebrities canceled?
'Cause
For
they're held
things
to a
that the
different
general
standard.
public does without backlash.
I think it's a standard they're held to. When you got so
facts,
many
most
people
definitely.
looking up to you, it's
People
like,
consider him as a role model.
yeah, you should.
You get that
You don't want to
automatically.
put this out that this is okay.
Yeah, it's definitely one of
a
those things
standard.
where because people are looking at them, like y'all said, like a role model, and they're, raised to a higher standard basically because we can all see you and see
And
what
some
you're
of them
doing.
don't even be trying to be role models, but
No,
like
facts.
naturally, my
just
kids
comes with
and
it.
all
It
these
just
kids
comes
are
with
looking
it.
up to you. What
So
you
are they
do,
wrong?
They want to do.
For still carrying themselves for how they want to? Or
I
should
don't
they?
always look at it as wrong.
I think it's depending on how you
They still
establish
people at the end
yourself.
of the day.
Like if you came in the game and you was already a drug dealer, you was already a killer, and then you just decided to rap, that's like your background and people knew that about you, like as far as like your career is concerned. But if you came in the game and you didn't have no bad record of anything, or you didn't have to do anything bad or something like that, it's one of those things where and then you just flip and something happens, then it's kind of you're held accountable for that more.
You still have a responsibility when you're in the public eye because it's like people are looking up to you, but like, is it your responsibility to like not do certain things because those people are looking up to you, or is it your responsibility to just be yourself and be authentic and you their parent, so you control if they do what I do or not?
Yeah.
Because why are we looking up to celebrities?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
That's a flawed system right then.
And then you ask these kids, like, who do you look up to? They name a celebrity versus their mama or their daddy or a family member. I used to always say my mama, but I would say Tara Banks too sometimes. But didn't even know nothing about her. I just knew she was a model and I
She's
wanted to
a
be a
fool.
model and now I look like her. But, like, that's just how it goes.
Yeah.
Understandable.
Do you think that there's another example that can be given towards besides like I feel like that's kind of extreme though, like the
Hold on. What was your question?
So
Another
I was going to
example.
say, you think it could be like another example, though, to where a celebrity could be held to a certain standard that's not as extreme as like they was a killer, like or like
The
like,
first
I'm just
person
saying
that
like
popped to my
normal-
head was the baby, though. That's why I said.
I was thinking about that.
I
too.
thought you was thinking about Lil Baby.
Yeah. Oh, little baby.
That's what I thought.
But it was
I thought you
both.
said
It was
Lil
both. It was both because you had one that was killing niggas in Walmart or whatever, and then you have another one that was selling drugs and stuff, and who knows what they was doing,
Wait,
but
who
they're
was
still.
killing niggas in Walmart?
I can
baby.
explain.
The baby killed.
He was defending his family and
Yeah.
like his
Is this
wife and
recent?
child. No,
No.
This happened a while
This is
ago.
before he was really even blown up like that.
Yeah.
Oh,
This was when he was on his way.
damn.
But it was he killed 2 people though from defending him.
So it was
Himself.
like counted as self-defense.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm still like it's still something that you did. You didn't have no
You was
problem
like killing
whipping out
niggas in Walmart.
stuff
I'm
like
like,
that.
goddamn. Wait,
We
what?
live in the South, so I mean,
Okay, did you ask Dave?
She said, "Is there another example?" I'm trying to think.
but like, yeah, I'm trying to think like,
I mean, like, say if you have like President Obama, somebody like,
Good
oh, that's the first
gracious.
black president. Now, if he would have
Crazy.
said something that was
like Donald Trump
basically
said?
not, yeah,
and
like Donald Trump
Absolutely,
said.
but people still ran him through the mud. Even they tried to say
But
all
there
this
was never
stuff.
a time that Obama, let me speak into the mic. There was never a time that he lost his character. Trump loses his character all the time. He will argue with you back. He'll troll you back. He'll do all of this. So like Trump, if he behaved as Trump,
Oh, they would've
people
got
would
on
look
him.
at him as
Yeah, they would've got
irresponsible.
Would
on
have
him.
been
Wrong.
impeached.
Yeah,
He
or
would've
and
been.
there would have been
Trump has been
consequences, but
impeached.
past consequences, because that's not really what we're talking about. We're talking about looking up to them. At that moment, are you still like the figure that you want my child to look up to? You're still the first black president, and you still want your child to know you could do that. But like, if he was to do something irresponsible and say something that he couldn't take back, would that discount everything that he's done?
And is that
not
fair?
to me.
And
I don't
is
think it's
that
fair.
fair?
What was you about to say before we go?
I was just gonna say it's okay to have celebrity. What's the names? It depends on what you
model.
into. Like if you're a basketball player, it's okay for LeBron to be your role model. LeBron is actually a great role model though.
But in that field, right, in
In that
basketball,
field,
like you
yeah.
want to be a basketball player, you want to know what excellence look like, then LeBron. But like, if you want to know like a good character person, like just because he's a great basketball player doesn't mean his character is great, and it is
From what we've
seen.
Yeah, I was about to say.
But just for as an example, like I would maybe a kid looks up to Anthony Edwards, but I wouldn't.
God.
I don't think his character,
It's something
from what
that
I've
should be
seen,
looked
is
up
something that should be looked up to. Like these people are human, so it's kind of like I don't think in that capacity everything about somebody.
Yeah, and
is
that's
a role model.
how Anthony Edwards is getting done. Is it fair to him when niggas do it all the time? But because he's a celebrity,
Right.
it's
Right.
It's yeah.
So what we can see from tonight, there are a lot of double standards out here in this world. If you have the willpower to try not to push double standards on the people around you, please try to be
So
fair.
try not to judge.
Yeah, try not to judge. It's actually very wrong to judge people. Be open because everybody doesn't think and move like you. So be open to how people think, how they feel. Always have an open heart to the people around you because you don't know what they deal with. Any words or any double standards that you want
What
to.
you just said, 100%, Dave.
Yeah.
Good close, Dave.
Great close.
We'll be back. Definitely tune in to Voice It Podcast. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have the hottest podcast in America on this planet, the New Black Media. We got your boy Chef Dave, Bodé, Asia, Kiera, and my boy Josh, man. Thank you for tuning in this week.
See you later.
See you guys.